What's up, it's cinemashogun here, and we are now in that weird little period of time between Christmas and New Year's. These few days always feel kind of off to me. They almost don't feel real. It feels like a short commercial break before the new year. Like, here's a short commercial break before the show starts again, before the movie starts rolling again. You know, these few days between Christmas and New Year's, you're recovering from the holidays. Maybe your pockets and your wallet is hurting. Maybe you're enjoying new presents. Your kids are probably out of school. The news cycle is slow. These days they're fun, but they're kind of uneventful, and they just seem so different than the rest of the year to me. But I was wondering, how did you all spend your Christmas? I spent my Christmas opening gifts, watching Christmas movies. I got a honey baked ham from Honey Baked Ham. I made some homemade mac and cheese, sweet potato souffle, mashed potatoes, honey glazed freaking Brussels sprouts. So I had a pretty good Christmas. Maybe not the best ever, but a pretty good one. But I'm always interested in hearing about how different people celebrate and what, different people from different states and countries do on Christmas. And apparently, law enforcement officers in Kentucky had a very interesting Christmas this year. While we were drinking hot chocolate, listening to Christmas songs, maybe hanging out with family, they were searching a home in search of a missing child that they found underneath a trap door in some weirdo's bedroom. This story is really frightening. When trap doors start getting involved, that's when I really start getting freaked out. I want to go ahead and roll this clip from the news so you can hear it from them, and then I'll be right back with more thoughts. Now make sure you hit that thumbs up and make sure you subscribe. I'm going to roll this clip and then I'll be right back with more.
Well, incredibly disturbing detail about what led law enforcement to a Kentucky home where they found a missing girl from Fayetteville.
Yeah, Kentucky deputies say they found the 16-year-old hiding beneath a trap door in 34-year-old Zachary Jones' Lincoln County home on Christmas Day. Now, the girl was reported missing to the Cumberland County Sheriff's Office December 8th. Lincoln County deputies say they were called to Jones's home after his mother called them about some kind of fight he was having with his girlfriend. Deputies say when the man told them she wasn't there, they kept searching the house when they made the discovery.
Mr. Jones had told them that she had fled the scene, and after doing some investigation, they realized that she was there, and there was actually a room cut out in the floor that you accessed through the floor and was covered with a rug, and that's where the juvenile was located at.
Deputies say the girl told them Jones picked her up in North Carolina and brought her to Kentucky after communicating through Facebook. They also say he claims to be a 19-year-old.
So I have some more details here that were not included in that clip. A 16-year-old girl from Fayetteville, North Carolina, was found on Christmas Day by deputies after she was reportedly lured across state lines and taken to Kentucky. Zachary Jones, age 34, had been in communication with the teen through Facebook, where he claimed that he was only 19 years old, according to Deputy Ron Luster of the Lincoln County Sheriff's Office in Kentucky. She was reported missing on December 8th to the Cumberland County Sheriff's Office. Deputies responded to Jones' home after receiving a call from his mom, Luster said. She called to report an altercation between her son Zachary, and his girlfriend. When deputies arrived at the home in the Kings Mountain area of Kentucky, they found Jones and his mother, but no one else. Jones lied to deputies, saying that she was not there, Luster said. Luster said deputies found cocaine while looking for the girlfriend in the house. Jones attempted to quickly dispose of the drugs in a wood stove in his bedroom. After that, Jones was arrested and put in a cruiser. I want to pause right here. You got a wood stove in your bedroom right there. If I walk into your bedroom and you have a wooden stove in your bedroom, I know something's up. Who in the hell has wooden stoves in their bedroom? Is this something I don't know about? Is this common? wooden stoves in your bedroom? Of course, if you have a wooden stove in your bedroom, I'll assume you have I'll just go ahead and assume that you have a trap door under your bed. But let's go forward. Let's go forward, man. Deputies returned to the home to continue searching for the girl. They found a trap door hidden beneath a rug in Jones' bedroom, the sheriff's office confirmed. Upon opening the trap door, authorities said they discovered a girl, later identified as the 16-year-old reported missing on December 8th in Fayetteville. The girl told deputies that Jones had picked her up in North Carolina and brought her to Kentucky. Since his arrest, deputies said Jones had admitted to doing drugs with her and having a relationship with her, let's just say that. Deputies said she appeared very high at the time that she was found. In addition to the substances found at the house, deputies said a weapon was also seized. Jones, before his arrest, had reportedly told the teen multiple times that he would take a .22 pistol and unalive her, according to the sheriff's office. In Kentucky, Jones is facing 10 third-degree charges of R and third-degree charges of S. Listen, I can't say some of these words. He's also charged with using an electronic device to entice and lure a minor across state lines. Additional charges for Jones include assault, strangulation, unlawful transaction with a minor, unlawful transaction with a minor controlled substance, possession of controlled substances, and resisting arrest. Now, right off the bat, when I hear a story like this, when I hear a story as crazy as this, obviously I'm happy they found the girl. But now my number one question is, has this happened before? Has this happened before? Is this dude's first rodeo? Because in my eyes, I'm wondering, like, wait, dude has a wooden stove in his bedroom for one. I mean, come on, people. But he's got a wooden stove in his bedroom and a freaking trap door under a rug. So all I'm saying is, I don't know if they bought this home and the trap door was there, or if this dude has been preparing for this. But once the trap door comes into play, you really got to start wondering, how prepared were you for this? Are there any other victims? That's the questions that I ask. Because when you see something this extreme and crazy, it's always hard to believe that this is the first time someone did something like this. But at the same time, there's a first time for everything, I guess. But, this just goes to show that you got to be careful out here, folks. You got to be really careful with your kids on social media. Even your kids, you think they're old and wise enough, they're 16. No, even 16, 17-year-olds that you think are a little bit older and smarter, they're falling for this nonsense. This girl was tricked into believing this guy was 19. She rides off with them. Next thing she knows, she's under a trap door in a house in Kentucky. And if it wasn't for this dude's mom calling the police, then the girl would still be trapped there. Maybe she wouldn't even be alive anymore. And that's another thing that's really creepy about this story. The dude lives with his mom. And all I'm saying is, if you're a mother and you see your 35-year-old weirdo creepo son that has a wooden stove and a trap door in his bedroom, if you see him come home with a underage girl, and I'm not trying to place the blame on the mother here, because at the end of the day, her call to 911 is what saved this girl. But at the same time, it's like, did you not think, hey, maybe this girl's a little too young for my son? I haven't seen photos of the girl. I don't know what she looks like, but I just wonder if there was questions there. And I'm also wondering, because they say the mother called because of arguments. So maybe in the mom's mind, her son and her son's new girlfriend are arguing in the bedroom, but maybe it's not really an argument. Maybe, her son was doing something crazy to the girl. So I'm really wondering what triggered the 911 call. Because what she viewed as an argument, or what she interpreted as an argument, was probably something far more sinister. And I don't even want to take my mind down that path, But at the end of the day, I guess luckily she knew to call 911. And I'm wondering if she had her suspicions, or was she one of those mothers that was just my son's finally bringing a girl home after, being a weirdo for all of these years. Maybe she was just happy. I don't know. But I'm really happy that this girl was found. And stories like this, they highlight the danger of social media. And there are people out there 24/7 preying on your kids. And I think we've gotten past the point of just preying on kids. I think that there are creepos on social media preying on adults. Hell, I'm a luscious, curvy, juicy dude. I gotta protect myself out here. I can't be answering all of these inbox messages, or I'm going to end up under a trap door, underneath a freaking wooden stove. Okay? But seriously, people, you gotta be careful out there. The world's a crazy place. There's a lot of wicked people out there. If something don't sound right, it may not be right. And, when it comes to your kids, I can't imagine what parents go through these days with their kids and social media and the internet. I'm not that old. But, we didn't have necessarily... I think I got my first cell phone, I believe it was sophomore or junior year in high school. So by the time I had my first cell phone and like my first computer, like that was for me and not like a house computer, I was this girl's age, 16, 17 years old. Meanwhile, when you think about it, things like this, 16, 17-year-olds are being manipulated into things like this. What do you think could happen to kids who are much younger? And when I go out and when I see little kids these days, they're literally on iPads. I'm literally, like, while I was Christmas shopping this year, I'm seeing babies rolling around in strollers with their own iPads, just swiping on their own iPads. And these kids are like freaking 3 years old, y'all. 3, 4, 2. They're already on the freaking internet. By the age 6 or 7, 10, they're probably on social media. It's getting wild out here. And I think that we got... Something needs to be done. I fully believe that some steps need to be taken. And, we can say that it's all up to the parents, which in the grand scheme of things, it is up to the parents. But at the same time, as a society, I think we need to come together as a collective on how to handle this problem, because it's gotten out of hand. And we're also, though, we're at this point where I think some people are afraid. If you keep certain technology and computers and the internet away from your kids until a certain age, it's like all of these other kids are way more advanced than your kid. You know what I mean? And school isn't the way it used to be. Everything is done on computers. Everything's done digitally. So I think that parents right now are struggling with this fear of, okay, we don't want our kids on the internet being exposed to this weird stuff, but at the same time, we don't want to keep our kids away from this technology, because this is the route that, the world is going. And if you keep your kids away from this stuff until they are proper age, by that time, their peers are so much more advanced when it comes to this stuff. And the future, is going to depend on kids being able to use this technology and things like that. So we're definitely in an interesting time. We've put ourselves between a rock and a hard place. And, I think we need to figure out some steps into clawing out of this, if you ask me. But as of right now, happy this dude's behind bars. I hope they look into it and find out if there's anyone else that's been affected by this dude. I hope the girl is back home with her family. A Christmas miracle. I can't imagine how that family felt on Christmas, waking up depressed, sad, and then finding out their missing daughter was found. Obviously, it's scary and creepy that she was found the way she was. And I know there's still trauma and there's still scars and there's a lot of emotional stuff going on. But, on Christmas, their daughter was found. Let me know your thoughts, though, down in the comments below. While you're down there, if you're feeling generous, you can send a donation via CashApp. I'll have my CashApp in the pinned comment. Or you can donate via Super Thanks. Or for totally free, you can help the channel by sharing the video, liking the video, subscribing, all of that good stuff. And with that being said, I'll talk to you all very, very soon in the next video.